After 4 years of a serious drought in California, rain is finally expected to come this winter. However, the much-needed rainfall can be in fact more serious and dangerous than anything we've ever encountered. Hi, I'm Nadia Gill, and during this cold and wet season, we are informing everyone about El Nino and what everyone in Costa Mesa can do to protect their homes, streets, and families from a potential natural disaster. Costa Mesa is working hard by partnering up with the Sanitary District, Water District, and the Fire Department to educate and prepare the public weeks in advance. So, as you can see, when El Nino warms up the Pacific Ocean around the equator, even by just a few degrees, more rain is predicted. Even at its current infancy, El Nino is slowly growing and it can create a series of storms throughout California. Bruce Hartley, the maintenance manager for the City of Costa Mesa, is in Canyon Park to tell us more about what the city is doing to stay ahead of El Nino. Bruce?
Today we were meeting with City of Newport Beach to start making some plans for El Nino rains. All the rain that comes in Costa Mesa drains off basically in three places. It either goes to Newport Back Bay, Balboa Bay, or to the Santa Ana River. Each year we proactively go through and clean the drainage channels of any debris, dead trees, accumulated dry material that dies. Anything that could float, move downstream and then cross across a storm drain inlet, and then that water starts building up, and instead of going the storm drain, could go outside the channel walls and then go through neighborhoods. We'll come back after the first couple storms and take a look and see how we did and see if there's anything else that needs to come out, or if anything's moved that makes us a little nervous about what might happen downstream. We have 1,165 catch basins in the street. We inspect those and we clean those. That's the first place where the water gets into the stormwater system. Downstream of that, at those outfalls into channels, we also make sure that those are drained freely. All the city facilities, we've inspected them, and then all the surface drains around those facilities, we check those, make sure those are clear and draining as well. Areas that are known to flood where the storm drain system maybe isn't adequate, we make sure that there's flooded signs so that people know to expect some deeper water and don't drive into it or walk into it. We have sand and sandbags available for residents at Fire Station 4. That's at 2300 Placentia. They're free. Up to 15 bags per resident, and that is available 24 hours a day. It's outdoors where residents can self-fill sandbags. We're looking at opening a second location on the other side of the city, over on the east side. We haven't identified that yet, so it helps folks on the other half of the city. If there is a large event that causes significant damage regionally and they declare a disaster area, then we can get reimbursement through the federal government for some of those costs. Homeowners in the city are all on their own to be prepared. You should know if your neighborhood floods or your yard floods. If you have slopes, you should probably have plastic and sandbags either in place or ready to go. If you know that your roof has issues and you're not going to be able to repair that, then you should do something in advance to protect it. Part of preparation is also making sure that people contact their insurance companies and find out what coverages they have. If homeowners do sense that they have a problem or a problem area and they're not aware of it, they can always contact the city. We can look at what the issue is and either ease their mind, or we'll take care of the problem if it's a city problem, or we can give them ideas on how they can better protect their property from whatever that risk might be.
Thank you, Bruce. Keep up the good work, and thank you for the great safety tips. You can also visit costamesaca.gov for the entire flyer on sandbag preparation and other great safety tips. Now for the weekly forecast. So as you can see, we can expect heavy rainfall and cold weather for most of the weeks to come. So you might want to invest in a good umbrella, maybe something like this, some warm clothing, and perhaps a raincoat and rain boots, just like the one I have on, but maybe a little bit more stylish. So while staying dry is important, we have to take possible flooding into consideration. Scott Carroll, the general manager at the Sanitary District, is doing their part to keep Costa Mesa safe. Scott, tell us more.
We did a vulnerability assessment on El Nino. We identified two areas that were vulnerable. One of them was inflow, and the other one was power outages. Inflow is just basically rainwater coming into the system. It generally will come in through the manhole covers due to flooding streets. And what happens is it exceeds that capacity at the treatment facilities. And so it's going to go backwards, it's going to pop open the manhole covers, and so then you're going to have wastewater entering it into the streets. Wastewater has a lot of pathogens. It obviously can contaminate our water sources. The public, if they come into contact with wastewater, they can become very sick. They can experience diarrhea, dysentery, hepatitis, cholera. Don't want a lot of gases and corrosion creating the system. So we're going to be plugging half of those manhole covers. And we're focusing on the manhole covers that are in streets that are prone to flooding, close to curb and gutter, and in low-lying areas. The other issue is power outages. You have sewers in low-lying areas, and you got to push that sewer upward. That takes energy. And so we have lift stations that are run by power, run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to push the wastewater. We want to be self-dependent. And what we did in the last year or two is that we acquired and constructed bypass pumps and generators, and we also recently acquired 7 portable generators. Now I have enough emergency equipment to all my lift stations in case we have a power outage. Prevention is the best course. Making sure your drainage in your backyard is cleared. Also trim up your trees so they're not so top heavy, because when the ground is so saturated, it makes the trees weak and it could topple over. Clear your rain gutters, then you don't have a lot of water on your roof that can cause a leakage. Our residents can rest assured that we're doing everything we can to protect the community's health and the environment.
Whew. Jeez. Great to hear, Scott. It's pretty wet out there. So with backups and resources like these, excess water is in good hands. With the water coming in, we can expect that the rain will help plants and the ocean. If there's one person that knows about water, it's Paul Schuenberger, the general manager at the Costa Mesa Water District. While it's important to know the benefits, it's also good to know how they are participating in preparing for big storms. Paul, let's go to you.
The city and Mesa Water District have a very good relationship. We're available to help with resources, any shared services that might be needed. We have a labor force that knows how to respond to any leaks and are available 24 hours a day. We've got pipe available, we've got gravel, we've got pavement, we've got concrete. So if something needs to be repaired, unplugged, or serviced, we're available. Flooding and water can do a lot of damage. We monitor our water system 24 hours a day for pressure, and also we take more than 30,000 water quality tests a year. One thing we do have are the rain barrel rebate. You hook it up to your rain gutters so that the rain comes in, and then it has a hose attached to it that you can use when things dry out or whatever needs water. We have automatic sensors that will turn your sprinkler off if it's raining. We would like to get the message out that we need to turn off your sprinklers during the wet winter. California is in a serious drought, so we're looking forward to a nice healthy dose of rain this winter.
MesaWater.org has plenty of information on how you too can help your neighbors during heavy rain. Wait a minute, guys. All right, this just in. I got word that we got in contact with Jason Pyle at the Costa Mesa Fire Department. He's right here to tell us what they are doing to keep the community safe in case of an emergency. They've been training all week, so let's see what Jason has to say.
Fire department has been getting ready in multiple different layers. We've begun our swiftwater rescue training for all shore-based rescue for moving bodies of water. Our urban search and rescue team is ready for any structural collapse, trench rescue, vehicle extrication, confined space, or over-the-side rope rescue. And all of our frontline apparatus carry your paramedics for the community for any medical needs that may happen. Also for vertical wall rescue, which is the flood control channels throughout the city, they've been mapped and identified as to where the potential places of someone falling in or a rescue point would be. The fire department works very closely with the city, the Emergency Operations Center, or the EOC. Our EOC will have what's known as a stand-up procedure, and it will activate at times of emergency for extended incidents or in the time when the city is in a crisis mode to coordinate the allocation and movement of resources within the city. Additionally, each person can be prepared in their home with battery-powered flashlights, battery-powered lanterns. We never advise candles due to the fire damage, but the possibility of a power outage and having those self-sufficient supplies for 24 hours will greatly increase your safety and your ability to stay at home. Never assume that a puddle is only 1/8 of an inch deep and it's no big deal. Assume that it's at least 1 inch deep. Cars will hydroplane very quickly and very easily in high accumulations of water on the road. Roads will be slick. We ask you to slow down, drive safely, and please, when you see an emergency vehicle approaching, pull to the right and stop so it may pass safely by you. As El Nino approaches, rest assured your Costa Mesa Fire Department is ready for any emergency that comes about. We're here 24 hours a day for your safety.
All right, Jason, we'll let you get back to training. We are very grateful for all the rescue work the fire department does. We want to remind everyone that more information is available on the city's website at costamesaca.gov. Make sure to go to the site to keep yourself updated on all the news on El Nino and for extra help on how to prepare for it. All right, everyone, there's your El Nino update. But before we go, we just want to remind everyone to please prepare in advance. It's the best way to stay safe. I'm Nadia Gill with CMTV. Stay dry, and until next time.